Some of you are carrying guilt for things you did in survival mode. Words you said when you were scared, choices you made under pressure, people you couldn't protect, moments you replay at night and think, I should have been braver. I should have spoken up. Or maybe even, I should have done more. But what if some of those moments weren't failures of character, but nervous systems under threat? Let's get into it. There's a moment in scripture that feels painfully human. Peter, he loves Joshua. He swore loyalty and he meant it. And then danger closes in. Accusations, raised voices, soldiers nearby, interrogation energy in the air. And one question, are you one of them? Peter's body answered before theology does. He denies 3 times, and then the rooster crows. And scripture says he weeps bitterly. This isn't just regret. That's nervous system whiplash. That's adrenaline wearing off. That's shock, realizing what survival just did. Let's slow things down a bit. Peter didn't plan betrayal. He panicked. Threat was real. His brainstem took over, heart racing, muscles tight, blood shifting, tunnel vision. That's fight or flight. That's survival brain hijacking the microphone. Fear, it doesn't ask for permission. It acts. Some of you know that feeling. You freeze in conversations. You avoid conflict. You comply when you didn't want to. You disappear instead of confronting. You protect yourself in ways you later judge. And then the shame shows up. Why am I always like this? Why didn't I stand up taller? Why did I fold? Trauma loves to add shame on top of survival. Here's the neuroscience. Under threat, the thinking brain goes offline. The body chooses the option most likely to keep you alive. Not the noble one, not the articulate one, the safest one. And that's not moral weakness. That's wiring. And when safety returns, the conscious comes back online. Your memory sharpens, your values rush in. That's when guilt hits, after the danger, not during. Now, here's what wrecks me in a holy kind of a way. Joshua doesn't confront Peter in the courtyard. He waits. After the resurrection, on a beach, by a fire, same sensory setup, new ending. Joshua recreates the scene, but with safety this time. Warmth instead of threat, breakfast instead of accusations, eye contact instead of soldiers. And then he asks Peter 3 times, do you love me? And that's not punishment, that's repair. That's God letting the nervous system relearn who it is in safety. Think about that. Joshua doesn't say, why are you weak? He says, stay with me, feed my people, come back to yourself. Peter's worst moment didn't disqualify him. It became the place restoration started. So if you've been judging yourself for how you survived, if fear made you smaller, if panic wrote a chapter you didn't like, if trauma shaped a reaction you regret, hear me and hear me clearly. Your body is trying to keep you alive. And that doesn't cancel your fate. It explains your fear. And God, He isn't finished with the part of your story that you're ashamed of. Healing shame starts when survival gets understood. When we stop calling nervous system reflexes sin. When we bring compassion to places we used to punish. When we let Yahshua meet us at the scene again, but this time with breakfast instead of threat. Try this right now. Hold one hand on your chest and do a slow inhale, long exhale, and say, that was my body protecting me. I am safe now. God is restoring me here. Because the same Yahshua who rebuilt Peter after fear still rebuilds people after panic, after collapse, after self-betrayal, after survival decisions. Thank you for listening. This has been Straight Outta Trauma. Keep healing, keep breathing, and keep walking in your God-given power. And remember, your healing isn't just personal, it's generational.